What's up, guys? It's Machanga back with another video. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at this build because it's compatible with Kodi 17.4 and any other version of Kodi Krypton you want to use. Now, this build has been updated recently, so I'm going to go ahead and cover the updates. I'm going to give you guys an overview of what the build has to offer, and you can decide for yourself if this is something you want to use on your Kodi. Now, for those of you that are brand new to the channel, if you like my content, don't forget to subscribe and make sure you hit the little bell icon right next to subscribe so you don't miss any of my posts. And also, anyone running Kodi 16.1 Jarvis, once we get to the installation process, I will show you guys a great build that you can install as well. So let's go ahead and jump into the build. Now, the first section you're going to come to is going to be movies. You have the widget, which you can scroll through, you can take a look, see if it has something you're looking for. Now, once you find the movie that you're looking for within the widget, all you have to do is click on it. All right. Now, once it loads up, you have the option to choose whatever video add-on you want to use to watch this particular movie. So you can scroll through the options above the play button. And anybody that's still using Exodus or you want to still have access to Exodus, it is included in this build. So let's say I want to watch Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 on Exodus. I can click on it here. All right, and it's going to go through the normal process of checking out all of the providers. And once it finds some options, it's going to give me the choice to choose. I normally give it around 10 seconds or less. I just hit cancel, and then I can choose to watch the movie from any of these providers. You also can just press the play button. All right, and once again, you can choose the video add-on that you want to use. So instead of Exodus this time, if I want to watch this movie in Elysium, I can click on Elysium, and it's going to go through the providers list. All right. And another great thing about this one is you have some suggestions or some recommendations that are down at the bottom. All right, so we're going to go back. Now, this does apply to any of the movies that are listed here in this particular widget. If you click on the movies option, if you just simply click on movies, you're going to be met with this screen. You can scroll through, find something you like. If you want to watch Ghost in the Shell, click on it, and it's going to bring you back to that familiar layout that I just showed you. All right. Now, movies does have a sub menu. So if you scroll down, you're going to get options like Fear of the Dark, Docs Movies, Box Sets, 4K Content, 3D Movies, Movies Library, Top 1000, Top Collection. You can use your tracked account. You can click on High Definition. It does have a search engine. So if I click on Search Engine, and I can search for a movie I like. All right, once I type it in and click on Done, I have some options. I normally just choose the very first option here, and it's going to search for me, and it's super quick. All right, so I just wanted to show you in the movies section, the search engine is working. We also have comedy movies as well. So we're going to move on to the TV show section. And again, in the TV show section, you do have the widget here at the top. So if you want to watch something like, let's say, The Flash, you click on it, give it a moment, and it's going to load up to that layout. You can choose your add-on, or you can simply click on play and choose your video add-on, then season, then episode as normal. And this one will also give you the recommendations at the bottom. All right, if you click on TV shows, just the main menu option, you're going to get back to this layout here. Once you find something you like, you go ahead and click on it. It's going to open up for you. And then you can choose your seasons and then the episodes. Okay, now back to the TV shows submenu. This is where you can find documentaries, stand-up comedy, amazing TV, Amazon, so Amazon video shows or movies, Netflix, TV shows library, new TV shows, and the TV shows section also has a search engine. So let's see if we're going to be able to find something to search here. So what we can do is going to use the same search as the movie section. So if you click on search engine within TV shows, let's see if we can find Mike and Molly. Now, when you get to this screen, you need to make sure it's not searching in movies and it's actually searching in TV shows. So we're going to see it's going to be the third option when you're on this screen. You click on it, and then it should pull it up for you. All right, so we can verify the search engine is working in the movie section and the TV show section. You can also use your tracked account here. You can take a look at animation shows as well as networks. All right, we're going to move on to the Kids Zone. You can also find a movie widget here. You can scroll through, see what movies are offered, and choose one from here. If you click on Kids Zone, you get your same menu options. We're going to give it a moment to load up. All right, and you can scroll through, find a movie you like, and as usual, once you click on it, you're going to be brought to that layout, and you can click play or your video add-on. Now, the Kids Zone does have a submenu, and this is where you can find kids shows, Kids Arena, DC vs. Marvel, Disney Collection, Angry Birds, Pokemon, Just Lego, SpongeBob, Minecraft, Cartoon Network, Kids World, Learning TV. You also have the Anime Zone here, CDTV Kids as well. All right, we're going to move on to the music section. Now in the music section, you do have a widget here at the top where you can scroll through and find different things. So depending on what type of music you like, you should be able to find something you like. So if I click on Hip Hop Alley, we're going to just see if it loads up any content. Okay, so it does have some categories here, including hip hop videos. And you can click on any of these options depending on what type of music you're looking for. Jazz, indie, punk, heavy metal, rock, Portuguese festivals. Those are all options as well. And you have a live search as well. All right, if we scroll down to the submenu, this is where you can find your music library, radio, concerts, music add-ons, Spotify, SoundCloud, CDTV Music. You also have the jukebox. All right, we're going to move on to the app section. Now in the app section, you have several different categories here. I like horror, so I'm going to click on horror. We're going to give it a moment to open up. And then it's going to actually open up to some horror movies if I want to watch some. So if I want to look at Final Destination, I click on it. And it's going to give me each available Final Destination movie. All right, we're going to go back. And let's see, I want to choose a different category. So if I choose romance, give it a moment. All right, and it's going to pull up a different set of movies for me. All right, and you can scroll through, see what categories are available, and you can check them out directly from this widget. All right, if we scroll down to the submenu, this is where you can find Stream Army, Skynet, Pyramid, Box Set Kings, Stream Hub, Metallic, Bob Unleashed, Fine and Dandy, Wolfpack, Cold Keys, UK Turks, Exodus, Specto, Release Hub, White Devil, Supremacy, Mahano, Not Sure. You can also find the CDTV Wizard here, Droid Buddy 2, Terrarium TV, which is a great option, Covenant, Bob Unleashed, Dr. Stream, Flixnet, Vortex, Elysium, Duckpool, Poseidon, Picasso, Quantum, and back to Stream Army. So in the apps section of this build, you have access to a ton of content, a ton of different categories, and a ton of different video add-ons. And if you actually click on the app section, this is where you're going to get access to all of your music add-ons, your picture add-ons, program add-ons. So if you need to access something like the Aries Wizard, if you need to go in and do a fresh start, you can access it here, as well as the add-ons browser, which most people don't need. All right, we're going to move on to the system section. Now, this is where you can perform some maintenance. You can also remove adult add-ons or other add-ons. You can clean up your build. You can actually force close Kodi as well. If you want to do a fresh start, you can do so from this widget. You can back up your build. You can set your build backup location. You can clear your thumbnails. You can test the speed of your connection. If you're using an Android device, this is also where you would find your APK installer. You can also access CDTV builds in this section. You can upload your Kodi log for error messages. You can enable and disable adult add-ons. So for those of you that want to have access to adult add-ons, you want to come to this section, which is System. This is the widget above System. You can enable and disable the adult add-ons here. You can also remove them as well. All right. Now in the sub menu, this is where you can find events. You can find your weather, My Android if you're using an Android device, CDMC, which will be available soon. You can access Chrome, ES File Explorer, Sideload Launcher. This is also where you're going to find those adult add-ons. So if you do want to use them or have access to them, you're going to find them in the sub menu of System. This is also where you find Power. You also have the option to exit your build right here at the bottom in the Power icon as well. You have access to PS View. This is where you can find your Kodi favorites. So if there's a movie or a TV show that you want to save to your favorites to maybe view later, this is where you're going to come to view it later. Also, this is where you can find your file manager. So that means if you want to add additional add-ons to this particular build, you're going to need to come here and access the file manager so you can add the address to access that. Also, this is where you can find install from zip. So once you add your file in File Manager, you're going to come here, click on Install from Zip, and go ahead and get it set up. Also, you can find skin settings. So if you want to make any changes to the appearance or the layout of the build, this is also where you can come. And system info. So this is going to be system info as far as what device you're using, your network connection, also the version of Kodi that you are currently running. If you click on System, you're going to get your traditional menu for Kodi Krypton. You have access to player, media settings, and all of those things, including add-ons, which if you click on add-ons, you can also find install from zip file and install from repository. Interface, if you want to make changes to the skin, you can access it here. And you also have the dedicated skin settings tab as well. All right, we're going to move on to TV Pro. Now, this section has been updated since the last version of this build. Now you have a widget here that's going to give you access to Hypersonic. Now, you do want to go ahead and get signed up for hypersonic-tv.com if you want to have access to a lot of the content that's listed here. But the great thing about this widget is it gives you access to a TV guide. So this is going to be a live TV guide. So if I click on the TV guide, give it a moment to load up, you can see there are some things that are actually available here. So you guys can feel free to scroll through and find something you like and click on it, and hopefully it works for you. All right, we're going to go ahead and exit the guide. Now in the TV Pro submenu, this is also where you can find the iView guide, the free zone, Mobdro, which is a great option, Hypersonic IPTV, which is what you have in the widget. And that's going to bring us back to the iView guide, which is also available in the widget. All right, if you actually click on TV Pro, It's going to bring you directly into the guide, and then you can access the channels that I previously mentioned. All right, we're going to exit out. Now we're going to move on to the sports section. Now I know a lot of you have been waiting to hear about this section because you're interested in sports and pay-per-view events and things like that. Now, I use a different option when it comes to pay-per-view. I'll leave a link down in the video description if you guys want to check that out. But we do have a widget here. It's going to give you access to UK Turk Sports, Sports Devil, Motorsports, Bob Sports, Pro Sport, which is a popular one, DC Sports, Castaway, Vortex Racing, Aries Football, Rock Crusher, Project D, Live Sports as well. Now, just like it applies to live TV, the sports options when it comes to live sports does not always work consistently. So just keep that in mind when you're accessing these things and you may be running into error messages and you're just not getting any connection to the server. These things go down quite often, so just keep that expectation. Now, if we look in the submenu here, this is where you can find UFC Finest, Project D. You can have the fitness option. So if you click on fitness, you have a few different options here for fitness, and you can click on any of these. If we click on Keep Fit, we're going to see what it has to offer. All right. It has a ton of different content. So for ladies or my guys, you're going to have access to a lot of things here, including Insanity and P90X. All right, we're going to go back out of that. You also have access to my subreddits. You have access to the sports add-ons if you want to check all of them out. CDTV Prime, Final Gear, Motor Replays, Live Premiership, Sports Arena, Special Events, UFC Finest, Project D as well. All right, and we're back to the movie section. So that pretty much wrapped it up as far as the overview of the bill goes. Now, if any of you actually like this bill, which for me, this has been my go-to bill for a very long time. Yes, I use other bills at the same time, but I always come back for this one on my main TV. So for those of you that do want to go ahead and get this build installed, I'm going to show you guys how to do that. Now, I always recommend doing a fresh start before you install a new build. So that means if you already have a build installed on your Kodi Krypton, you want to completely wipe it out before you install this one. There are several ways that you can do that. Now, I typically use Aries Wizard in order to wipe mine out, but you don't have to use Aries Wizard. There are other ways to do it. If you have an Android device or a Fire Stick or a Fire TV, I'm going to leave a link in the video description. It's going to say Wipe Kodi. You can click on that link and follow those steps to completely wipe your Kodi back to default. You always want to do this before you install a new build. All right, now for everyone else, we can actually use Aries Wizard. We're going to open up the Aries Wizard to do a fresh start. If you already have the Aries Wizard installed, you do not need to install it again. For those of you that do not yet have access to the Aries Wizard, I'm going to leave a link in the video description. You can follow that link, follow those steps to actually get the Aries Wizard installed. Okay? Now, I am going to show you guys how to do that later in this video because we're actually going to use Aries Wizard to install this build. So let's go ahead and do the fresh start first. So for those of you that have access to Aries Wizard, at this point, you want to go ahead and find it and open it up. It's typically going to be located in your program add-ons. So if you can access your program add-ons, then you can access your Aries Wizard. Okay, now once we give it a moment to actually open up, there are two different ways within Aries Wizard that you can actually do the fresh start. The first way is to go to Browse Builds, pick a build, and click on Fresh Start. But let's keep it simple. We're going to scroll over to More. We're going to click on More. Then we're going to scroll down and click on Erase All Data / Fresh Start. All right, it's going to tell you, it's going to remove all of your add-ons. If you are sure, you're going to click on Yes. You're going to get another pop-up here. Now at this point, you guys can feel free to read this, but I always just click on proceed. I don't need to maintain any of that information. So we're going to go ahead and click on proceed. Give it a moment to go through the process. Now, if for some reason you get an error message or it does not load up or it does not wipe your build out, there's no need to panic. All you need to do is go through the steps again. And you always need to make sure to force close Kodi once you actually do the fresh start. For the Android users and Fire Stick and Fire TV users, the easiest way to do the fresh start is going to be linked in the description. For everyone else, we're going to use the Aries Wizard. So we're going to go back into the Aries Wizard here. We're going to go back to our apps, back to our program add-ons. We're going to open up the Aries Wizard. Just be patient, guys. All right, back through our steps of clicking more. We want to erase all data and fresh start. Just be patient. You're going to get a pop-up. It's going to ask you. It's going to let you know Kodi needs to be closed. Press OK to attempt to close Kodi. Now that's exactly what you want to do. If for some reason you press OK and it doesn't close Kodi, you can either restart your device or unplug power and plug it back in. I'm going to just press OK and hopefully it closes out. All right, now once it's closed out, all you need to do is open it back up by just clicking on your Kodi icon. Just be patient. Now, once it loads up, you should be back to default Kodi Krypton. It doesn't matter what version of Krypton you're running, 17.4 or any of the older versions is going to look exactly the same. Now, at this point, you want to access your settings. This is going to be the little gear icon in the middle at the top. Once you find it, go ahead and click on it. Okay, now we want to access system settings. So go ahead and click on it. We're going to scroll down to add-ons and you want to make sure unknown sources is turned on. If for any reason it is not turned on, you want to turn it on. You click on it one time, you're going to get a warning notification. Feel free to read it. If you agree and you want to proceed, just click on yes. Okay, once you've done that, you want to go back one because now we need to access the file manager. When you click on file manager, you want to click on add source. And I'm going to show you what you need to type in. Now, when it comes to typing in the source address, you need to make sure it's typed in exactly as shown. Otherwise, you will run into error messages. All right, so what you should have typed in is http://aries-repo.eu. Now, once you've verified that you typed it in correctly, go ahead and click on OK. Now you need to give it a name. I like to keep it simple. I'm going to name mine .aries. You can name yours whatever you choose. Now again on this screen, go ahead and verify you typed it in exactly as shown. Then you're going to press OK. Now we're going to go back to the Kodi main page. We're going to scroll down to add-ons. Click on add-ons. Now you're looking for a little box icon in the upper left corner. Once you find that little box icon, go ahead and click on it. Now you want to click on Install from Zip File. All right, so go ahead and look through your list, find whatever you named your source. Once you find it, go ahead and click on it. So what you're looking for is the repository zip file. Once you find the repository zip file, go ahead and click on it. Now at this point, you want to be patient and you want to wait on a notification. You should get Aries Project add-on installed. If you get add-on updated, that means you already have the Aries Wizard installed. Okay, once you get your notification, scroll up and click on Install from Repository. Now you're going to look in your list and find Aries Project. Once you find Aries Project, go ahead and click on it. Now you want to scroll down and click on Program Add-ons. In your list, you're looking for Aries Wizard. So if you don't have it installed, when you click on it, you're going to have the option to hit Install, and that's exactly what you want to do. You should get Aries Wizard add-on installed. Now once you get that notification, that means you now have access to the Aries Wizard, and that's exactly where we want to go to get the build installed. So we want to click on Aries Wizard again, but this time you want to click on Open. Just be patient. If you get a blank screen or a black screen, it's okay. Just be patient. Give it a few moments and it's going to load up to the main screen. All right. So once you get to the main screen, you're looking for Browse Bills. Go ahead and click on Browse Bills. Now you want to scroll through the list until you see Celador TV. Once you see Celador TV, go ahead and click on it. All right, you're going to have the option to get a pin and enter a pin. Me, I just go to the website on my phone. I just open up a tab, go into the browser, and put in the web address that they have listed here in yellow, and then I get my PIN number. You can choose to scan the barcode there if you want, and you can get access to the PIN the same way. All right, now once you get your PIN, regardless of how you do it, you click on Enter PIN. Go ahead and put in the PIN that you received. All right, and then it's going to open up to the Build menu. Now, since we're using Kodi Krypton, you want to click on Infusion Krypton. Now, for those of you that are using Kodi Jarvis 16.1, you want to click on Dominus. That's a Jarvis build. So if you're still using 16.1, if you have maybe an older Android device that's running 4.4, then this is the option you want to choose. You're going to choose Dominus. For everyone else, including myself, we're going to click on Infusion Krypton. Now, once you click on that option, you're going to get the option to install it, and that's exactly what you want to do. Go ahead and click on Install. You're going to get a pop-up here. Now, you guys can feel free to read through it like I mentioned before. I'm just going to go ahead and click on Proceed. Now, at this point, you simply need to be patient. Allow it to go through the installation process. You don't need to click around or do anything, but wait till it to complete. Now, when it's at the process of extracting the files, you can look here and see if you run into any errors. If you have 5 errors or less, you don't need to worry about it. Your build should be fine. If you have more than 5 errors, I suggest you go through the process of doing the fresh start again and then reinstall the build. Now, for those of you that have not yet signed up for a VPN, I do not use Kodi or the internet without a VPN. While it's not required, I do recommend it, and I'm going to leave a link in the video description for the one that I use, as well as the TV service that I've chosen to pay for. It's going to be a paid IPTV. It's only $20 and it includes UFC pay-per-view. So if you guys want to check that out, I'll leave it linked in the video description. All right, we're still just being patient and allowing the process to complete. Now, for you guys that want to make some changes and maybe do some customizations to this build once you have it installed, I'm going to leave a link in the video description. It's going to be an extended tutorial if you want to maybe remove some things or add some menus or widgets and things like that. I'm going to leave that link in the video description for those of you that are interested. It will be the Infusion extended tutorial. All right, it looks like we're almost done here. Some of you may already have been done. Some of you may be a little bit behind. Either way, just exercise patience and allow it to complete. All right, once it is complete with the installation, you're going to get a pop-up here. It's going to ask you if you want to back up the scan or profile. I always click no. It's entirely up to you if you want to click yes, but it's not guaranteed to back up your information, so just keep that in mind. I always click no on this message as well. You guys can feel free to read it. All right, it's going to tell you Kodi needs to be closed. Press OK to attempt to close Kodi. Like I told you guys before, if you press OK and it does not work for you, restart your device or unplug power and plug it back in. All right, it closed out for me. So I'm going to go ahead and open Kodi back up. Now, when you first install a build, I like to tell people, give it a few minutes to go through the whole process of building the skin, all of the menu options, as well as updating all of the add-ons. So just keep that in mind when you're getting ready to click around and access the content. If it's not loading for you, try to be patient and allow it to completely load up before you use it. All right, you should get this notification the first time you open it. You guys can read through it, and then you can hit dismiss or remind me later. You should also see all of the add-ons updating in the bottom right corner. Okay? Now, once you dismiss that first notification, you're going to get this screen. You guys can choose to check any of these off if you want, but for me, I only leave on the clear cache, packages, and old thumbnails on startup, which is going to be the bottom 3 options. This wizard will automatically perform that maintenance for you every single time you open up Kodi, so you do not have to do any manual maintenance with this particular build. Once you've decided on the options you want to choose, all you need to do is click on Continue. All right, now once you do that, you're going to get access to a build menu. We already have the build installed, so we don't need this, and we can click on Ignore. All right, now we're back to what you guys saw in the beginning of the video. Now, I really hope this was helpful for you guys and you were able to successfully get this installed. If you weren't, I really hope this was at least informative for you. If you found it to be helpful and or informative, make sure you hit the like button. If you feel like it, jump down in the comments and let me know you like it. And for those that haven't already, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and make sure you turn on the little bell icon right next to subscribe so you don't miss any of my videos. I really appreciate you guys for watching. Thank you so much, and I'll definitely catch you in the next video.